Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Director Mr. Dr. Andriana Gofar, SPD MPD, and all my beloved friends. The first of all, let us thanks to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, because of His blessing we are able to come here to join this presentation today. This presentation today is about working with individual difference among students. Now I will read one by one our agenda today. That are, the first session is opening, and the next session is introduction, and the last session is closing. Okay, well, let's open our meeting by saying basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Before we begin, I would like introduce you the presenter. Our presenter is Nabila Nur Ajijah, is me as a moderator, and the next presenter Nuraini Siparahayu, and the last Yusuf Ajan Nuryanto. Okay, in here table of content. In the first, chapter 6, goals and objective, and the next, the K, relation to student as individual, and the next, including student with characteristic typically disdain in so-called mainstream society, and the next, strategies for inclusion in your classroom, and the next, special population, and the next, legal concern relative to inclusion and accommodation, and the next, classroom management implication of IDEA and other federal statutes, and the next, zero reject and IDEP implication for classroom management, and the next, an example of a teacher accommodation for health and hearing environment, and the next, an example of the teacher accommodation for a learning disability, and the next, an example of a teacher accommodation for an emotional disturbance, and the next, accommodating and including students for whom English is not a first language, and the next, benefiting from cultural diversity, and the last, conclusion. Okay, this chapter will be explained by Yusuf Ajar. To Yusuf Ajar, time is yours.
Thank you to the moderator. Now I will explain about slide 1. Is it about the goal in this chapter and the objective in chapter 6. So there are 5. Number 1 is describe how your interaction with student as person affect the success of tactic used to get them to stay on track and participate in learning activities. Number 2, create relationship building method that will benefit for the kids from their particular differences and improve classroom collaboration and learning possibilities. And number 3, create outline the repercussion for students who feel excluded from the classroom community and devise plans to incorporate students who possess qualities that are not highly or majority of the general public. And number 4, explain the legal significance of your classroom management for children with special needs, like with Disabilities Educational Act, individual with disabilities in the Educational Act. And then the last one is create technique to include and support children with physical, hearing, visual communication challenge in order to improve classroom cooperation and involvement, and so on. Next, please. Then next slide. This slide is about the key relating to student individuals. There are 2 cases. Number 1 is case 6.1. This is about Sandon Russell, that he developed lesson plan with the objective of leading middle school students to discover certain attributes of magnets. So he using magnet for his material in classroom. So Sandon organized a 30-minute micro-teaching session in Mr. Palmer 7th grade science class at Sunrise Middle School. So he is making or creating 9 minutes into the workout, and then when he doing classroom conducting his teaching, Mr. Palmer is unexpectedly called out of the room. So the professor is not observing him, so he seldom need to run the classroom by himself. And then while the professor is not in the classroom, there is some cases is that one of the student, his name is Atwan, shouting like, "This is stupid, I'm not going to do this again." So Sandon turned to the Atwan and he talked to him why he is angry or something like that. So Sandon approached Atwan and instructed him to rejoin the group again and then complete the game. But Atwan buried his head farther to his arm in the table. So and then Atwan whispering something that's so little, and Sandon doesn't hear it clearly. So and Atwan raised his head and yelled to the Sandon, "You bastard! I don't want to listen to what your white beep says." And then Sandon embarrassed in front of the other student because it's this with terror. And Sandon said to Atwan, "You can't talk to me like that." And then the situation is become chaos. But Sandon is not, why is it? Return to the other group, and Atwan sat with his head on like he's sleeping. So Sandon is let it be, Atwan like that, so on, yeah. And then the next day, the following day, Sandon explained to the professor that to other teacher too, that about the yesterday cases. And then two things stood out since they had no direct knowledge of them. Number one, because the student Atwan, and the B, and number two is the unique social environment and group dynamics in Mr. Professor classroom. Even without knowing Atwan is ethnic and cultural background, we can conclude that Sandon's strategy should have been based on her understanding of Atwan's distinct or characteristic, and the classroom situation also. And then rather than some sociological principle that applies to culture as a whole, of course, understanding cultural similarities and variances is vital for explaining individual feature. However, the key to maintaining student cooperation is to recognize and relate to them as individual. That is the case 1. Let's go to the case 2. Case 6.2 is conducted by Rita Simon. Rita Simon is professor, and she is conduct micro teaching by pressurized teacher. The pressurized teacher has the 16 pressurized teacher are divided into 8 pair, and one of the pair is Amos Ashley and Maggie Goldstein. So these two pre-service teacher assigned to Mr. and Mrs. Ross's first period in science school. During the first week of school, Amos and Maggie watched Miss Ross begin to get to know her children individually by engaging them in a variety of activities. So Amos and Maggie learn how Miss Ross accommodate her student, with special needs, work with students who have limited English proficiency, and incorporate cultural diversity into her classroom. So these two become acquainted with Miss Ross's classroom, like managing program, taking part in development and monitoring of classroom, and behavior standard of classroom. And fourth week later, in the school, Amos is supervising a group science while Miss Rosie is away from the classroom. During the transition, Margot unexpectedly trips and collides with one of the students, the name is Carter, and causing him to fall and injure himself. So Carter reacts fiercely to Margot and like shouting something like that, and then Amos, the supervising teacher, one of the previous teacher, noticed that Carter is embarrassed and attempt to calm him down by standing in between them. But Carter become even more hostile, accusing Amos of helping Margot. Amos kept calm and focused the class attention back to the task at hand. He used the incorrect word with Carter and asked a student to call Miss Ross to help. And then Amos then say to Maggie to take over the class while he talked to Carter with two eyes. And then Amos talked to Carter away from the other. He chose to wait till Carter calmed down before asking him to step outside. And then Amos explained that he believed he can sort things out with Carter and asked if they may go for 5 minutes, say to Miss Ross. Miss Ross agrees that offer to ask the both of them. Amos removes a poster with conduct rules from the wall and carries it with him, and he with Carter leave the classroom. Remember, I forgot to mention, in Miss Ross' classroom, she have some rule in the classroom, and that one of them is five rule that not be need to be followed. And then the conclusion is, unlike Professor Sementer in case 1 or Professor Simon class was able to engage in a more productive discussion of the event in case 6.2, because some students had first-hand knowledge of Carter, Margot, Miss Ross's strategy. So in case 6.2 is more productive because the student and the teacher have more relationship, know each other. But in case 6.1, the teacher is not actually have a long relationship with the student. So the Mr. Palmer, the Sandon, the teacher, have some argues with student. So to understanding the basic concept to determining how individual react to the event like that, So we need to look to indicator of age, cultural background, special needs for them, genders, and other factor is essential to their ability to create a classroom. To the teacher ability to create a classroom management program that encourage students to collaborate in classroom. Next slide, please. The next slide is about including student with characteristic typically disdain or merasa terpinggirkan in so-called mainstream society. So this is have a case 3, conduct descriptive analysis. So in case 3, the classroom, as part of their effort to discourage students from using illegal drugs or illicit drugs, administrator at Bear Creek Middle School kick off their annual anti-drug campaign by having students view a slickly produced video program in which teenage and young adult celebrities repeatedly urge viewers to stay off or drugs. So the case is there is some case in here. So of course we know each celebrity is slim, smooth skin, fashionable dress and something like that, and then like Hollywood standard looking gorgeous. So the high school kids see them if they wish to this video wish to student to avoid drugs. So there are some celebrities that said it's not cool to do drugs, so don't do it. And then some rapper, I don't hang out with stupid people who do drugs. So but some student see that videos like not convince them. Convince in here is one of student, namely Jennifer, a middle school student, is self-conscious, showed her appearance, displeased with her pimples, with 120 pounds, uncooperative hair, and unflattering clothes. She feels different from the cool role models in the video, who are successful and then have some much money. So Jennifer wishes to feel happy like this individual, but believe they are not like her. So she is not she is not feel like the role model in the video. So she associates her appearance and personality more with the sad-looking, unstylish, and ugly people portrayed on poster at Bear Creek Middle School. So Jennifer believes her life is already ruined by drugs, but she is not doing drugs. Her life is already ruined, and she doesn't even have a luxury or blaming drugs. So she believes that her life is already ruined, and she doesn't even have the luxury drug, of course. So she is not doing drugs, but her life is already ruined because of his look and then her characteristic and something like that. Another case with one of student, the boys, namely Andrew, also believe that he will never be able to meet the standard like the role models that his school expect him to be. So like the model in the video, he understands that he is supposed to be romantically drawn to the opposite gender. However, Andrew, for unknown reason, he finds guys more sexually alluring. So, to conclude this case, we know that Jennifer and Andrew understand that studying harder or behaving well, so for example avoiding drugs, will not transform them into one of the role model that their teacher display in front of them. So maybe Jennifer will eventually invest in cosmetic modification, and also Andrew will continue to suppress his sexual orientation to same gender. However, being popular is not realistic goal for them. It is understandable that adults with good attention aim to use popular people or role model to deliver important message and to the student. However, teaching is highly complex, and teacher must be mindful of the various side effects that cause to strategies backfire to them. So classroom that continue commercially promoted like this video will be developing unsustainable cooperative, unsafe classroom, and unproductive learning communities. So students will feel marginalized, like develop jealousy, which can lead to antisocial conduct that shock instructor, parent, and classmate. So as teacher, we don't like we don't to offer or give them many like that video. Maybe that is enough for me. I will return it to moderator.
Okay, thank you to Yusuf Fajar Nuryanto for the explanation, and the next material will be explained by Nuraini Sipa. Nuraini Sipa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to the moderator. Next, I will explain about strategies for inclusion in your classroom. Inclusion is a process about ensuring that everyone feel valued and respected as an individual regardless of their background. Here are some thoughts to keep in mind when developing such strategies. The first is use descriptive and non-judgmental language. This strategy helps communicate acceptance of the individual for who they are without associating achievement with support. Supportive replies convey acceptance of the individual's feeling while maintaining focus on the learning in their effort. The second is non-judgmental communication. For example, this includes being non-judgmental about the student performance. It is usually not easy to break the habit of complimenting someone's appearance, as giving such compliment is a habit most people develop to get attention of others. You need to replace comment like, Jody, you look really pretty today, with comment that emphasizes behavior rather than appearance. Easy, Jody, you showed a lot of energy today. The third is the link between the appearance ideal and the alarming prevalence of eating disorder among young people is well established. It is important to avoid judgment, the link beauty and weight. For example, praising students who look thin. The next is make a habit when being a teacher of rewarding student achievement and on-task behavior with their snack. And the last is consider initiating or strengthening school program that direct students to develop personal strategies for not allowing themselves to be victims. A research-based literature is emerging that examines strategies to combat prejudice and include students with characteristic undervalued by society. The next about special population. Seeing and interacting with each student as a unique individual is important regardless of whether the student is classified as regular education or special education. However, when a student idiosyncrasies interfere with their abilities to stay on task and engage in learning activities, it is necessary to adjust how to implement classroom management strategies to accommodate the student. Otherwise, it will be faced with discipline problems. Under this set of federal laws, AA enactment beginning in 1974, the categories of special need or special education are autism, the blindness, deafness, developmental delay, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic disabilities, and other health impairment. The next slide about legal concern relative to inclusion and accommodation. For the first material from legal concern relative to inclusion and accommodation is classroom management implication of IDEA and other federal statutes. IDEA requires each state to have a plan for public education agencies to provide the following service. The first is identification and evaluation. The second is service at a public expense. The third is due process, and the next is parent and student participation. The next is confidentiality, and next is individual education program EAP, and the last is personal development in a service. Okay. For my example about the material is about my example about the material in this material is identification and evaluation. Extensive efforts are made to screen and identify all children and youth with disabilities. Non-discriminatory evaluation of students suspected of having disabilities are conducted fairly so that socioeconomic, language, or other factors do not bias result. And the next about service and a public expense. Every student with a disability is provided with an appropriate education at no additional cost to the parents. And the next due process evaluation conducted for the purpose determining a student's special education classification require parental consent. If the student parent consent the complying with the provisions of the IDEA program, the parent are entitled to an impartial due process hearing in which an arbitrator seeks to resolve the matter. And the next about parent and student participant. Parent, student, and participant is Individual Education Program or EAP, and EAP is developed for each special student by student EAP team. EAP team member include the student parent at least one regular education teacher, at least one special education teacher, a school representative qualified to survive interaction, specifically designed to meet the school administrator. The idea is a written agreement between the parent and the school that set out an assessment of the student current level of functioning, long and short-term goals, service to be provided, and a plan for delivering and evaluating the service. And the last about personal developing and in-service. In-service training and education is provided for teachers and other professionals to meet the needs of students with disabilities. The second material from legal concern relative to inclusion and accommodation is Zero Reject and EAV implication for classroom management. Traditionally, the framework sanction that school administrator can impose on students for serious misbehavior in exclusion. When a student is expelled from a school, the school stops providing educational service to the student. The extent of a school authority to play the final card is limited by ideas no refusal proposition. To understand the specific on the refusal proposition, consult with the special education supervisor at your school or consult reference such as Heward. Maybe enough from me. I will return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Nurainis Pak for the explanation. And the next material will be explained by me. The topic is an example of the teacher accommodation for health and hearing impairments. How to accommodate students with special need, e.g. due to health problems. Each case is unique, and as such, classroom management strategy need to be individual tailored. Here are strategy for accommodating students with special needs. And the first step is to understand what can be taught to students and their condition from teacher, parents, and student. And the second step is to determine the uniqueness of each student by contributing to smooth and successful operation of your classroom, making decisions in consultation and with other team members. And the third step is to influence the design of the IEP so that the plan, accommodation, and successful spell out in the contract. The first step is to complete the section of agreement and conduct formative evaluation in case of program modification. So in here, case example. This is Mr. Corona effort to secure accommodation for Jasmine's sensory need, and UC the problem hearing impairment, not only benefiting the student but also had a positive impact and on the entire classroom. Increase awareness of student needs lead to a more considerate environment and improve listening skill for everyone due to sound system upgrade. Even a structured discussion productive and initially seen as a harder result in more focused and productive class conversation. Okay, the next topic, an example of a teacher accommodation for a learning disability. In here, the strategy for accommodation for a learning disability. In general, students with learning disabilities usually do not accept to the level of academic achievement. Expect of academically give students the main cause of the mismatch between intellectual ability and academic achievement are psychological processing problems such as perceptual disorder that lead to inability to understand and interpret visual or auditory stimuli, attention disorder, and hyperactive. To state, teacher and student are associated with these types disorder that are very difficult to identify and often misunderstand. Okay, the next, an example of a teacher accommodation for an emotional disturbance or behavior disorder or EBD. This condition characterized by effective and disruptive behavior in school that deviate from norms. It negatively impact academic performance in various areas such as socialization, academic performance, personal and professional development, personal leadership, and education. EBD is often characteristic by its lack of response to stress, consistent presence in both school and personal environment, and non-responsiveness to various intervention. Okay, and the next, accommodation and including student for whom English is not first language. 21 of U.S. students study a non-English language at their school and struggle with English language skill, which can affect their participation in learning. ESL students develop language skill faster than those learning English as second language. It is crucial for students to understand themselves and use effective learning strategy. The next, benefiting from cultural diversity, embracing cultural diversity in the classroom isn't it just about respecting background. It's a powerful teaching tool by valuing students' different language and experience. We can transform classroom challenge into learning opportunity. This fosters cooperative engagement and a deeper understanding of the world for all students. Finally, we are come to the last agenda. We would like to say thanks again for the presenter and all of the audience. The conclusion The conclusion today is working with individual difference among students is a multi-phase and therefore that require a nuanced approach by recognizing and understanding the unique strengths, weakness, learning style and background of each student. Educator can tailor their teaching strategy to better meet the diverse needs of their learning. This personalized approach not only fosters a more inclusive and supportive learning environment, but also enhance student engagement and academic achievement. Additionally, promoting a culture of respect for this diversity can help cultivate empathy, tolerancy, and understanding among students, preparing them to thrive in a increasingly interconnected and diverse world. Ultimately, by embracing and celebrating individual difference, educator can empower students to reach their full potential and contribute positively to society. Hopefully, the presentation will give benefit for us. Thank you for your attention. See you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.